So yeah, they're saying everybody's coming here. So yeah, just bear with us. Internet issues, bad weather. We're going to do our best. Okay. And so one of the reasons why I asked you to come on is about that comet, the Atlas comet.
Three-eye Atlas. It is. You don't hear so much about it anymore since it passed by Earth and is now speeding out into the outer solar system, headed towards Jupiter. It'll be there in several months, I think, and all that. But it certainly raised a lot of questions and really built up a lot of clickbait articles on the internet about it being a spaceship and full of aliens, and remote viewers are saying there's all kinds of stuff on it. But none of that stuff happens. So it's a big rock. Sorry. It's
Sorry to
it certainly is
disappoint
acting it is certainly acting strange and not what we're used to seeing. But then again, it's not from around here. It came in from outside of our solar system. So we can expect it to be a little different. There were certainly some things that people are still, scientists are like, I don't know why it's doing that.
Right.
But
Well, yeah, because not the norm. Because, like you said, instead of having just the tail on the back end, it had a protrusion in the front, and that's
it
not
had a
what we're used to
reverse
seeing.
tail. No, not at all. And nobody has really come up with, I feel, a good reason why that is. Because for a comet, as it's speeding through space, basically a comet is mostly frozen ices and gases and stuff like that. And there's probably, a few mountain-sized boulders and stuff like that in there. This particular thing, Three-Eye Atlas, is pretty big. It's about 6 miles wide, which is much larger than you normally would see. It's certainly the largest of the three other, intergalactic or interstellar, I guess is a better word, interstellar comets that we've seen so far. And it's also very fast. It's moving at about 60 kilometers a second, which comes out to about 130,000 miles per hour.
Wow.
That's pretty fast. And again,
Yeah.
way faster than any other comet. Or actually, it's the fastest body that we've ever recorded in our moving through our solar system.
That's just amazing. Now, one of the questions I had, which kind of made me question what the hell was going on, that it was like had a self-propellant to it. What causes that?
Well, to be fair, all comets sort of have something like that. What it is as a comet, it's mostly frozen gases and water and things like that. And as it gets closer to the sun, those basically those solid ices on the surface of it start to what they call sublimate, which means it goes straight from a solid frozen to a gas immediately. It skips over that whole liquid phase.
Oh.
And when it does that, it does it kind of in an explosive manner. And so it basically forms like little geysers over the whole surface of the comet. And sometimes some of them will be big enough to where it'll kind of push it around a little bit. It'll still have like its basic trajectory that it's on.
Right.
It's 130,000 miles per hour. A little poop jet off to one side or the other isn't going to make that big of a difference, but it will slightly change it. And with smaller, slower comets that we've seen in our solar system before, sometimes it'll push it several hundred kilometers off of its regular course as it's navigating through the solar system. So that's not a giant surprise. Usually, though, where it's slightly different with Three-Eye Atlas is it's they've gotten some pictures where it's very defined gases, like Old Faithful style blasts.
Oh, okay.
Coming out, which you don't normally see on smaller, slower comets from our neck of the woods. But that's strange. And of course, as you mentioned, because all of these gases, it forms what's called a corona, which is sort of like this fog shell around the whole surface. So it looks kind of blurry. It's not like you're seeing actual rocks and surface features or anything like that. It's always got this mist around it because all that stuff is melting as it gets closer and closer to the sun.
Right.
And of course, and it's probably spinning as well. So when one side's towards it, it really gets a lot of stuff, and then it refreezes when it orbits, it circles back around to the dark side, its shadow side. So it'll be wobbly as it's moving through the solar system. But as you pointed out, this one has, and regular comets, it's not unusual to see two tails where, as it's moving through space, it's just leaving this cloud of debris behind it. That's usually what we see when you think of a comet in the sky. You see the big tail coming.
Right.
But usually, because of it may be moving this way, but the sun's over here and it's lighting up that one side. It's going to push stuff off at a different angle than the direction it's traveling. Sometimes, most cases. So you'll see like a smaller, more diffuse tail that's basically the opposite of wherever the sun is, except for 3i Atlas, where its secondary tail is pointed towards the sun.
Right.
Why would it do that? I can't come up with a good reason